friends, how are you doing? It is my hope that you are well. Yes, I'm fine and I'm so much happy once again to be on the Vima Show. For those who are new, this is the Vima Show where we deal with love issues, relationship tips, marriage, inspiring stories, mental health, yes, and everything that inspires and also empowers you viewers. And so welcome back and welcome those who are new. And I want just to the previous video that we did last time, it was about reflecting on the whole year and with my guest. But for those who have watched, if you haven't watched, please go back and watch it. You're going to realize that the conversation went another way of testimony, which is so good. So go and watch and be inspired. And that's why today I'm going to do just a brief video about how you can, some of the questions you can ask yourself as you reflect on the year. Remember, I think when I'm going to be uploading the video, it's almost going to be a few days to the end of the year. So you can ask yourself these questions like, if about your goals, about your dreams, have you achieved any? And so just allow me to go straight into the point and give you just a few questions within a few minutes, and then you're going to be blessed. And so as you before I give you the questions, someone might be asking of why should I reflect on the year? It is so important. If at all you are a living person, you have to make sure that you reflect on the whole year, because I know that you had your own dreams. I know you had your vision. I know you had a mission to do something, and so it's good to ask yourself: have I achieved it? If it's a business that you wanted to start, have you maybe started it? And maybe what are the challenges? What can you do to improve? What are some of the lessons that you've learned? And so please stay tuned and listen to the it's not a conversation today, but listen to what the questions that I'm going to pop up here. And then the first one is, what were your biggest highlights of the year? And so that is one of the main questions that you're supposed to ask yourself as you reflect, as you think about the whole year from January to December. What are some of the big highlights? And highlight is something positive. What are some of the things that you are proud of? Yes, some it can be something that you started. It can be a dream that you had and God has helped you to do it. It can be a challenge that you overcame and you are so much proud of. That is a highlight. So ask yourself, what are the highlights? Because as a person, many times you also need to focus on the positive things that have happened in your life, because these positive things, they always keep you going. They always encourage you. They always inspire you to keep on going and keep on doing something new each and every day. Another thing, it is, what is something new that you learned during this 2024? That is also something that you need to ask yourself. Did you learn something? Is it a skill? Because here we always ask you to always have a skill. Yes? It is not just about being employed. You can even learn a skill. It can be hairdressing. It can be doing makeup. It can be doing nails. Anything that can help you, and anything that can even bring money and something on the table, So always make sure there's something and a skill that you learn every year. Even as we begin the next year, make sure you learn a skill. Yes, if maybe this was not part of your reflection of your resolution, always make sure that you learn a new skill. So ask yourself, what is that skill that you've learned? And then another one, what are the setbacks that you face this year? These are the challenges. Did you come across a challenge in your business? Did you come across a challenge maybe in whatever field that you work in? And so, of course, as a resolution, if you have not watched my video, by the way, go back and watch the video that I did on resolutions of a new year. You are going to find this there. So challenges, if you came across a challenge, how are you planning to overcome it? Maybe it was in your job, it was in your career. How are you planning to overcome it? Okay. And then another one, it is, what is your biggest lesson that you learned? The biggest lessons that you learned. Because, when you learn a lesson, it means that it is something that did not go the right way. Then you learned a lesson, and then during the next year, that is 2025, you're supposed now to work on it because you already learned a lesson. So you don't want to go back to the same thing. You don't want to commit the same mistake that you had, or rather that you did the previous year, okay? So make sure that you focus on that biggest lessons, that, or rather they can be a lesson, it can be lessons, it can be in plural. Focus on what you learned, and of course, how can you change it? And then another one is, how was your personal growth? You know, many times we as people, we don't focus on personal growth a lot. Personal growth is, it's a very wide topic, by the way. It's a very wide topic. I don't want to get into details here right now because it can be even an episode of its own, because personal growth, it can be spiritual, it can be emotional, it can be mental, it can be physical. How are you incorporating all those in yourself? How are you making sure spiritually you are doing well? How are you making sure emotionally you are doing well? How are you making sure in mentally you are doing well, okay? And even physically. Like, you need to focus on all those aspects of your life for you to ensure personal growth. So can you ask yourself, like, did I grow as a person? Did I really grow? And if you did not grow, sometimes you can grow in maybe physically you can be doing well, but emotionally you are not. You can be doing well spiritually, but physically you're not, you know. And so it's all about balancing. Make sure that you know how to balance. Another one is, what is the progress that you made about your goal? I told you, as you start your year, make sure that you have a goal. So what was your goal this 2024? And what is the progress? Have you achieved your goal? Are you 50% of achieving your goal? Are you 20%? And so what can you do to make sure that 2025, you're going to achieve the goal that you had in 2024? Another one is, did you get out of your comfort zone? I always encourage my viewers, don't be comfortable. Don't be comfortable in that business. Don't be comfortable in that job. Always desire to grow more. Always desire to grow more, you know. Financially grow more, emotionally grow more, physically grow more, spiritually grow. And then, if at all you want to grow, of course there are some of the things that you can focus on, but now just allow me to talk about this comfort zone. Sometimes when you're comfort, you're going to settle for less. Sometimes when you're just comfortable wherever you are, you will not aspire for new things. You will not aspire for growth, you know. Even maybe you are going to be comfortable in that job, that the job that you've been where you've been employed. You're going to settle. Always aspire and think big, you know. Another one is, what are some of the best moments of the year? Highlight some of the best moments of the year. What is it that you are so proud of? What is it that you are so happy about? The best moment. What is maybe something, and highlight that, you know, something that you are praying for and God answered. That is, of course, a best moment. And then another one is the mistakes that you made this year. Always make sure that you know them. So as you think about the year, what are some of the big mistakes that you committed this year? And so what can you do to make sure that you are not going to repeat the same mistakes in 2025? Then another one is, in what ways are you a better person now? In what ways are you a better person now? I think this question is connected to personal growth, because when you always grow when you grow in yourself as a person, you have to make sure that there are some of the things that you're going to do. Yes, there are some of the things that you're going to do better. If maybe you work on yourself as a person, you are going to make sure that you deliver, you are productive. So make sure that you highlight some of the things, or rather in some of the ways that you are a better person right now. And then, how are your goals changing next year? How are your goals changing? Yes, this year I'm expecting that you had your goals. I'm hoping that you have achieved. If not, it's okay. You can still work on them. But now, next year, it should be you are supposed now to set other goals. So before 1st of January, come up with your other goals, the 2025 goals. What is it that you want to do? What are some of the things that you want to achieve? And then make sure that they are going to change. Of course, don't have the same goal every year. Don't have the same goal, because now that is going to be monotonous. And then another one, when did you feel the most fulfilled this year? I think it's all about, did you accomplish something that you are so happy about, and maybe that is what is making you fulfilled? Did you settle in your marriage? Did you achieve, maybe, did you, what, I don't know. You know, this is just ambiguous. So I don't know what you might have wanted to achieve, and God enabled you to achieve it. And you felt, I have done this. By God's grace, I have done this. That is something that makes you to be fulfilled. And then, what is something that you wish you did this year? What is something that you wish you did this year? Maybe, I don't want to call it a regret, but something that you wish that you did but you did not do. And of course, I'm hoping that is going to be part of your resolution in 2025. Highlight it down. And then, what are some of the new experiences that you learned this year? New experiences, it can be some adventure, it can be some activities that you did that you had never done before. So make sure that you also highlight them. How was your mental health this year? I don't know. Were you depressed? Were you okay? Was there something that really scared you more? Was there something that really triggered your mental health? And how are you planning to overcome it? And how are you going to make sure that in 2025, you are going to be mentally okay? And then, what are the changes that you want to make in the next year? Changes, of course, when you want to make a change, it means something did not work out well. So you have to change your ways. You have to change the way you did that thing in the next year. And then how did you improve your health and wellness? How did you improve your health, and wellness? How did you make sure that physically you are okay, you are healthy? Of course, if it's working out, if it's eating healthy, if it's just, those habits, making sure that you are very okay, make sure that you also focus on that. And the last one is, what are you grateful for this year? I know there are so many things that you prayed God for, you trusted God to do for you, and He has done them. Always be grateful. So as you even celebrate in this season, always give thanks to God, because remember, there is someone who did not make it this year. Maybe this December. There's someone who is, of course, very sick. Maybe there's someone who cannot even wake up wherever they are. Always be grateful for the small things. Always be grateful for that life. Be grateful for those good moments that God has given you. Be grateful for those good things that the Lord has done for you. And it's going to be okay. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching the show. Keep on subscribing. Keep on sharing with your friends. Let us grow together. I'm hoping that the year 2025 is going to be a year of great exploits. I don't know what are some of the topics. If you have a topic that you want me to cover in the next year, I'm, of course, writing now, drawing my calendar. So you can give me, what is it that you would like me to talk about on the show? What are some of the guests, the people that you want me to bring on the show? You can even comment on the comment section, and let us be blessed together. Thank you so much.